Alrighty. Another video. I'm going to hammer this out. This one's a bit more of a story, so if you prefer that, come along. My entire life efforts has been to try and make an income on anything but having a real job. I don't want to have to fucking every single day go work for some uninteresting, boring people doing the same shitty job 9 hours a day and then come home and just exist like a blob and just play Tears of the Kingdom and watch Breaking Bad or something. I don't want to have such a boring, worthless life. And I determine what is worthless based on the amount of free time you have, based on the income you make. So, money's great. Money solves all problems. Anyone that says otherwise has never had a money problem. Anyhow, so one of those ways is going to a convention. So here you can see is my convention that I attended maybe a month or so ago. I went to sell my own prints. That's what you're seeing here. They're like $15 a poster, 2 for 20. And then I also bring my buddy Andrew, who is represented by NPC here, and I am in my pretty much identical. I could not. This looks exactly like this is one for one, except for the glove. This is one for one. That's the mic I'm using right now. Anyways, convention. This is one of my ideas that I'll be a successful artist, and I won't have to get a real job. By the way, that failed miserably. I lost like $100 going to this convention. I was very fortunate that it was near where I live, so it wasn't like I paid for a hotel and like a plane ticket. It was just exclusively just the table. Anyways, being at a convention and selling posters, it's almost like you're a beggar. I really don't know the difference. It's like the guys that sit out on the street and they'll do a little dance if you give them $1. Literally, I don't see any difference. Except for that I go home, have a shower, eat, and have a bed to sleep in and air conditioning and stuff like that. But that's not, that's not a real difference. I'm also a victim. Anyways, the convention was interesting. It was the first ever convention I've ever done. I've only done one convention. I will have another convention in September, which will be much larger. It's in Toronto. Anyways, nobody wants to buy your shit, first of all, if your shit isn't popular. Not to say that I'm like super good or anything, but nobody wants to buy, Gwenpool, because it's not Gwen from the Spider-Verse. It's also like a subgenre of a sort of subgenre. Same with like Rudy Dragon, which is from manga. Nobody fucking cares. Bocchi the Rock, it's a comic convention. Nobody cares about your anime garbage at a comic convention. The one poster that I sold 2 of, was the Bender poster. It was the poster I put absolutely no time in. It might as well just be like straight up just fucking copyright. Like, look how uncreative it is. He's just holding baby Bender, and like that's not very. Anyways, the point is, don't ever pursue any artistic career. You're gonna fail, and your life is gonna be burdened, or you're gonna burden other people by trying to pursue your stupid dreams. Also, people there's just like zero. There's not a whole lot of engagement. I'm not like a 10 out of 10. But Andrew's a pretty good like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. He wasn't raking in any audience. But, people just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, man, did you see that Star Wars stuff over there? Let's go look at that Star Wars. And you just sit there for a while. And then, oh, look at those Star Wars titties. Look at those Star Wars. Oh my God, there's more Star Wars. Oh my God, Star Wars. The Force. Convenient plot. Bad writing. A really bad movie. Bad movies. All of them are bad. Even the original 3. They're all bad. All movies are bad. Bad. If you don't get my point here, is that there's only Star Wars at these fucking conventions. I don't why do people like Star Wars so much? It's not good. It's not a good fucking, there's so much plot inconsistencies. the new 3 ones everyone openly shits on, so I'll cut them some slack. I kind of I wish everybody likes the guy who played Kylo Ren, Rey, the lady. Like, the actors were fine, but the story was kind of like whatever. But even the original 3 Star Wars it's just like, what, this fucking sucks. How is this so popular? Things that are popular are bad because they're just openly appeal to everyone, and therefore it's not interesting. If you are a puzzle piece and you fit into every single puzzle, that's so fucking boring. That's so fucking lame. That sucks. Who cares? You're a boring person. Don't be a boring person. All right? Being boring fucking sucks. Anyways, everyone here is here for fucking Star Wars. Or there's like the occasional person that cares about the anime stuff. One person bought the Agretzko. Oh my god, I forgot. Anyways, one person bought that poster. Maybe I'm just being salty because I didn't sell anything and I lost like $100. Maybe that's the real takeaway and that's the end of the story. Anyways, Star Wars people fucking everywhere. They're a fucking plague. I hope Star Wars, they make no more Star Wars. Stop making Star Wars stuff. Please. Stop it. Stop making Star Wars shit. Oh my god. Dune at least is like interesting, and it's like the same kind of genre, and it still kind of has like some dumb bullshit like the Force whenever you like inhale spice. It's not the same. Anyways, point is that you're at this fucking convention, people walk by and they just don't give a shit. You're just a fucking beggar. And then the people who do you can't win with me. The people who do talk to you are just weird socially. They're just not normal people to have a conversation with. You can kind of tell that it's like a weird something is different about them. They have some kind of social issue. And I don't think it's anxiety. I think it's just like these people just don't interact a lot of the time when they, they're kind of out of their comfort zone. So you're being nice because, anyways, and then there's people who show up and they stand in front of your fucking thing. They're there, they stand there and they talk, and they're like right up against the thing for like 30 fucking minutes. And then I'm not gonna what am I gonna say? Like, get the fuck out of the way, you stupid fuck. Move. Because who gives a shit? No one's buying my shit anyways. Like, why does it matter if they're blocking my fucking vendor? And they keep going and blah, blah, blah. And then your neighbor, they're nice as well, but they just like talk and they're eavesdropping on your conversation here. They actually made these really cool, maybe I'll, if I'm not lazy, I'll put a picture of what I got from them. I actually bought 2 of these really cool little magnet thingies, and I love them. They're inside my little cash box. I'm a big fan. They actually make really cool stuff. If I had their socials, I'd like share it or something with my 0 subscribers. Anyways, yeah. So selling at a convention fucking sucks. Go with a buddy, because the second I got here, I had to take a shit. I swear to God. We got there, I set up the table. It was like 5 minutes to starting. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to shit my fucking pants. And I live pretty close, so I'm not going to shit at the convention. I'm going to go shit somewhere. I'm going to go shit at my house. It's like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. I have to shit. And then he's like, well, I have to shit too. And I said, okay, well, fucking too bad. I have a car, so fuck you. So I left. He manned my table for me. What a hero. He brought 2 pictures. I'm hiding them. I don't want to have to like ask. Like, I don't like, hey, you want me? Anyways. Immediately when I got there, I had to take a shit. And he, came in, popped off, and protected the table. Because people are going to steal your prints. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, I lost more money because of the cost of, all this shit, like the hanging shit. The cost of like having those little digital tile payments. Nobody fucking paid with a digital device. Everyone paid with cash. It was just, kind of terrible. We did actually get a bunch of sticky notes, and I would just like make sticky notes. And then people would be like, what are you doing? Like, people actually, this was kind of fun. This was a good part. I would just keep drawing like dumb little shit on a sticky note. And then other kids would draw, like, came by and drew some garbage. And that got a lot of attention, surprisingly. they were like one person came up and was like, I'll give you $1 if you draw me a sticky note picture of, I can't remember what it was, but it was of something. And I was like, oh, okay. And they gave me $1. And I gave him the sticky note of this picture. There was this kid that kept coming past like constantly. Like he would come and like just like hang. Apparently, like, maybe we gave him too much like attention. I've worked in customer service. Any job I've had has been customer service, except for I worked at a factory for like 3 months. It was terrible. Don't work at a factory. And so you're like nice to people. You want them to buy your shit, and also you just don't want to be a piece of garbage because that's just rude. You be a piece of garbage after after no one's around to defend themselves. All right, like right now, for example. Anyways, this kid just keeps coming by and just like keeps drawing sticky note pictures. And I was like, are you like fucking homeless? Like, what, kid? Like, why do you have like an adult? I asked him this. And then it turns out that the people right beside us in our booth beside him, he was like the nephew or something. And then it was like, oh, okay. You just, one of those crazy wild children that hang out at like the ringette, like at whenever you have like a hockey family or someone that plays a sport, the mom or the parent takes their kid to the sport, and then the kids that aren't playing the sports are just left to be fucking wild to their own devices. I was one of those kids. My sister would play ringette or something, and we would just run around this arena, and you'd like find candy on the floor, and you'd eat it, of course. It's like little, little gremlin snacks. Anyways, the point is that this convention was a bust, a waste of money. It really wasn't a learning experience. I think, you just show up. The booth kind of fucking sucks. It was just kind of shit. Just a shitty and that's like how big, like this doesn't get any bigger. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to display these fucking posters. I'm just fucked. Fucked in the ass. My ass is so fucked and bruised. My asshole was fucking so fucked in the fucked. It prolapsed. Oh my god. Anyways, if you have any dreams of art stuff, give up, quit now while you're ahead. Go get like some certification that's easy to get, and get a job that will only pay you $20 an hour for the rest of your life. And, try not to kill yourself because of how terrible that prospect is. There you go. That was my first convention experience. It was like being a beggar, a worthless beggar who has no future.